Hi there, it's Darlene. I hope you're doing well. So, it's been a while since I posted, and that's because I've been working on something and it ended up that I'm having to make it into a two-parter. Tonight and tomorrow night, we're going to be looking at how pyramid schemes use mind control for profit. And we're going to be looking at it in two different ways. Tonight, I'm going to be looking at the cultish aspects of it. And tomorrow night, how MLMs are infiltrating the affiliate marketing space. It's really quite interesting, and it's really opened my eyes about certain things about seven-figure Accelerator that I just couldn't bend my mind around. But it's become really obvious to me now. For example, when we look at the leaderboard here, and you look at even the top 20, and I did the numbers, and it's like 85. Did you realize that 85% of the top 20 are women? And I alluded to this fact last time I did a video, on my last video, how all of the people that were having problems and how so very, very many of them were women. Well, I just did a head count there. 82% of those people, so that's just a cross section of them, are women. Why is there such a high proportion of women in this group? Because I can tell you right now that for digital marketing of digital products, if you look at JV Zoo and Warrior Plus, in this field, it is male dominated. Like it or not, that's the way it is. Like if you look at the launch calendar here for JV Zoo and Warrior Plus, the ones in yellow, except for that one that's in yellow that I've got crossed out, that's different. Only those are women, those 4 people out of 40. And that's normal in this space, in the, digital product space. It's male dominated. It always has been. And here at this thing that Philip went to in Cannes, France, that was a sausage factory. I mean, the huge preponderance of males there and very few females. Again, this is totally normal. So why are we seeing such a high percentage of women in seven-figure Accelerator? Well, this is interesting because there are 2 other groups that also attract a high number of women, and that would be MLMs and cults. Tomorrow night, I'm going to be showing you the numbers on cults, or on MLMs rather. Tonight, we'll be looking a little bit more at cults, but also it's going to be intertwining with MLMs and how it all relates together, basically. So according to various research, women make up a whopping 70% of cult members around the globe. Psychologists have different ideas about why more women than men join cults. Dr. David Bromley of Virginia Commonwealth University points out that women simply attend more social gatherings, either religious or otherwise. This makes women statistically more likely to join groups that will ultimately victimize them. Others suggest it has to do with the fact that women have been oppressed for much of human history. Therefore, they're more comfortable being under an authority figure. Still others write this off as a total crock. Emma Klein, the author of the best-selling cult-themed novel The Girls, theorizes that young women are often taught to seek the attention of men and to wait for rescue. And if you think of it, that's totally true, because, we always have that mythos, the princess in the tower passively waiting for the knight to come rescue her. Joining a cult, says Klein, is a way for many young women to feel as if they are seizing their destiny. And remember, not all cults are religious. Some of them are business, and some of them are like self-improvement cults. It may also be more likely for a woman to join a cult when she is greeted by other women who are a part of the group. Women tend to feel safe around other women. Although it can be obvious to those around them, people in cults often don't realize what they are becoming part of. And then at the bottom, it mentions that about cults can be political groups, lifestyle groups, or business groups. There are many theories about why women are disproportionately represented in the population of cult followers, perhaps the most common being that women are conditioned and are wired to believe that there is something wrong with them. The urge to self-correct, to find outside acceptance is human, but it's also familiarly female. And this is interesting. And when I was reading this, because I was like, I wasn't liking what I was reading. And it's like, yeah, it always is. We're always kind of inward looking, about losing weight, be gracious, be grateful, be obedient, be polite, don't be rude, be nice. Win without hurting anyone's feelings, be better than who you are. And it's not like we have a corner on the market either. I mean, it's anybody with low self-esteem can also be caught up in the same thing. Here, this article is talking about different self-help cults. These aren't, well, they have religious overtones, but they're self-help cults. We've got the famous NXIVM. And I mean, all kinds of people join that. And it's not because they're alone and desperate, but because they wanted to improve their lives. It was a lifestyle, a community, and most of all, a chance to think about your best self. And Seven-Figure Accelerator definitely, it grabs people into their community, and people want to be part of that, and they want to be in the limelight in front of Philip, too. The inclination towards self-help is strong in this country, as Christine Whalen, a professor of the University of Wisconsin who wrote her dissertation in the self-help industry, told me. The NXIVM cult started out as a traditionally leadership self-help model of empowerment and behavior modification. The lessons that were being taught to the broad introductory group were fairly simple strategies for accomplishing goals in your life. And then they kept upping the ante, and then it ended up into like child SA and trafficking and nasty stuff. Ugh. And then you got this idiot James Arthur Ray, who was, again, a self-empowerment guy, and he led a group of his followers into the desert and then into a sweat lodge where Ray blocked the only exit to the makeshift hut and told those inside that they needed to tough it out, that failure in the sweat lodge meant failure in life and failure in the afterlife as well. 3 of them died and a bunch were injured. Like, no. So it's amazing the ends that people will put themselves to in the name of self-help. Also, there's this. Humans desire comfort, and in a fearful and uncertain world, many turn to cults because they tend to promote exactly that. And this isn't just a female thing. John Patrick Peterson, a psychologist at Caltech, has pointed out that cult leaders often make promises that are totally unattainable. Just as Philip has. And I think in the back of our minds we're going, yeah, right, like that's never going to happen. But still, we really, really want it, don't we? We want it to be real. But also offered by no other group in society. Such things might include financial security, total health, constant peace of mind, and eternal life. The things every human desires at the deepest level. Because that's what we really, really want to believe. And that's how people do fall for cults. And Seven-Figure Accelerator. And so when we're promised this promise of wealth, you can quit your 9 to 5. You can make money easily, just 50 minutes a day. And you can make $1,000 to $5,000 per day. Wow. Who doesn't want that? It's interesting because here we are on Amazon, and this is Philip's Bible, Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. And look at this paragraph here, where it even says, don't hide inside your business. Implement these storytelling techniques now so you can find your voice and gain the confidence to become a leader. Build a movement of people whose lives you can change and make this calling a career. Don't forget, Philip has been using this book. He swears by this book. He's constantly telling his students to read it because that is how he's doing it. And he's using these concepts to manipulate people and to keep them quiet, under control, and doing his sales for him. This was an excellent video from a channel that I follow, and I'm going to be showing you excerpts from it. And this channel, Cults to Consciousness, Shalise Ansola, she's awesome. She interviews people that have come out of various cults, and in this case, it is religious cults that use mind control. And she shows, and through her interviews, she really goes into how these cults, how they use mind control to control their members. And I mean, this is everything from Mormon fundamentalism, polygamists, Amish, Jehovah's Witnesses, Scientology, all kinds of different ones. And this time she is interviewing Erin Bees, who is an anti-MLM lady. So as I say, Seven-Figure Accelerator is not an MLM, but it's got so much in common with one. And the methods that they use to control the people are the same. And so this whole yearning for community is what they're talking about here, among other things. And I'd love for you to hear what they have to say, because I think you'll find that it resonates so much with what's happening in Seven Figure Accelerator. And I'm going to be showing you back and forth how it does as well.
The main thing that a lot of these MLMers use to try and bring people in is the draw of community, which is very similar to religious cults. It's the community, it's the support, it's the love. You're going to be accepted. And let's not forget that this is being pitched as a business. If it's a business, let's run it like a business. I don't need you to tell me what I need to be doing or how many people I need to be messaging. If this is truly a business, then I'm going to be in charge of what I'm doing. But that's not what we see. And this is where another area where religious cults and commercial cults, which is, in my opinion, what multi-level marketing companies are, kind of cross over. And it's that draw for community. And I think that is the most dangerous, because you get love bombed, you get welcome posts when you join, you buy the big kit and you're like, oh my God, this is amazing. You join the team chats, you get on the team training. They're saying all the right things. And the second that you question, very similar to religious cults or any cults for that matter, all of a sudden you're going to be exiled, because now you're using too much critical thinking.
You cannot let logic control you. Logic is bad for us.
I'm being told this is a business, but I'm not really making any of the decisions on what products and the pricing or any other decisions that a normal business owner would make. And so the unraveling of that is really intense. And it's really scary. And the fact that you are, questioning yourself in all of it, you're not questioning the business model, because you're taught and indoctrinated to not question, and to just trust, your leaders and the company. They have our best interest. They're a business. MLM companies are the same way. They know exactly what they're doing. You're seeing the lifestyle posts, you're seeing the income claims, the health claims, and it's really kind of this perfectly manipulative concoction that draws people in that are looking for something.
Yeah, I agree. And also, I think as far as the positive side of it, usually the people that get involved in MLMs are people that really want to make a difference. They really want to help people. They really want to help themselves, and they have the best of intentions. And they just get taken advantage of in these huge corporations.
Yeah, absolutely.
They are totally right, and I have seen that among Seven Figure Accelerator folk. But unfortunately, I've also seen a much darker side. Quite a few of these people do follow my channel, and they are aware of what's happening inside. One was even commenting and decrying the bad things that happened to her in Seven Figure Accelerator. She knew it was a scam. She's been following me and she agrees. And then she made a sale. They're always after that almighty dollar, that sale. What did that sale mean? What did it cost that person, that poor sucker, that this marketer that knows that the system is broken, lured some other sucker into it to get that almighty dollar? What the fuck? Seriously. These people disgust me. Some of them do. Some of them I'm just hoping that they're just that stupid, or just haven't realized yet. But I also see the same thing in the MLMs too, that cutthroat attitude. Just chasing that dollar. Got to make that next commission. Got to make that next sale. Got to recruit another person. MLMs and Seven Figure Accelerator. Okay, now she goes into how the sales methods that the MLM people use is so flawed because of the way they're doing it. And it is exactly how it's taught in Seven Figure Accelerator and how they are doing it. It's identical. Watch this.
You know, there's less and less of really them being themselves on social media and more about the business, more about the product. And it's kind of like they forget who they were and they replace it with what they think is going to make them successful. But in any kind of a sales job, if everybody is doing the same thing, if everybody is marketing the same way, nobody is going to stand out and be different. And the marketing part of sales is standing out and being different. So people go, oh my God, this is who I want to work with. But in an MLM, you're taught to duplicate. That's a big, big term in multi-level marketing. Duplicate, just do what I do. Just do what I do over and over again.
And I invested in countless of mentors. I hear it all over YouTube motivational videos. And that is model what is already proven to work.
And in my opinion, it's the complete opposite of how you should market your business.
And she's right. If you're selling a product that's being sold at the same time by thousands of other people, just look at how many people are in that Facebook group, 6,000. I mean, if you can't stand out, who is going to buy from you? If you're copying everybody exactly, how are you going to stand out from the crowd? It's crazy. So now we're switching topics, and she's going to be talking about the income disclosure statement. MLMs are supposed to have an income disclosure statement. Some don't. And bizops, such as Seven Figure Accelerator, are also supposed to have an income disclosure statement. Now, here's an example of an income disclosure statement. Here is the income disclosure statement from, or earnings claim disclaimer, same thing, from the Super Affiliate System by John Crestani. Can't believe he actually had one. So when we scroll down here, he shows you, and of course this program had all of the big income claims and him flashing all kinds of money to get you to buy it and everything like that. But look at what the actual numbers say for the years 2017 to 2020, active monthly average amounts that they were earning. That's it. Now, the maximums were much higher, but even that, we're not talking about quit your job rich, you know. And the average is what really tells the tale. So listen to what she's going to be saying about this.
And so, one, look for the income disclosure statement from that company if they have one. It's not required by law, so there's a lot of these companies that don't have it.
Please keep in mind that this is actually one example where Seven Figure Accelerator is different than an MLM. You see, an MLM has an overarching company that these people are independent distributors for. So that's why they do not need to have an income disclosure statement. However, business opportunities fall under the business opportunities rule of the FTC, and they must have an income disclaimer. So if they don't, it's a huge red flag.
And if they don't have an income disclosure statement, consider that a giant red flag, because in my opinion, they're hiding what the reps are not making. They're hiding those numbers for a very good reason.
So what exactly is Philip Johansen hiding? Well, it's interesting because up until September 3rd, this was his income disclaimer statement. And you'll notice where it is in the yellow, annual gross income for influencers and coaches. Well, hello. Affiliate marketers, brand new ones, aren't influencers or coaches. I mean, they may be aspiring to be, but they aren't. Is projected to be between $500 and $2,000. That's annual gross income for influencers and coaches. And that is what Philip was showing. However, after September 3rd, he changed it, and you won't find this anywhere out there anymore, except on one of my older videos. Actually, that's where I had to go dig it up, which means it's in my photos somewhere in my pictures, but oh God, I don't remember from what date, and that is such a hodgepodge. Anyways, I got it. And so now this is what it's got, and it makes this completely avoids it whatsoever, but they have an additional page in there now, which is testimonials and results disclosure. And so look at the paragraph here. For testimonials we feature on our site that resemble success stories or best case scenarios, so basically any and all of their testimonials, people, as opposed to subjective opinions. Okay, so they weren't all stating actual amounts, but subjective opinions as well. We possess data to validate these results. So somebody mentioned actual amounts, they've got data. Cool. We can also provide statements outlining typical results we anticipate consumers will generally achieve with our product or service. If you'd like this information, please request it by emailing support@philipjohansen.com. I emailed them a month and a half ago, and I have yet to hear back from them. I will send them another reminder email. Please, support, if you are listening to this, would you please reply to my email? It will be under my married name, Darlene Thompson. Thank you. Good Lordy. So now they're hiding these figures completely. We'll see if I get an answer. I'll let you know.
You're going to see 80 to 90% roughly, that's just an estimate, that are barely making anything. And according to the FTC, 99.7% of people that join a multi-level marketing company either lose money or don't make any at all.
That's a huge number.
So just keep that in mind. Huge number. We're not talking about somebody that's going to start this business, and they're going to make a little bit of money. No, when you look at the big picture, when you look at the actual numbers and you're comparing it to the income disclosure statements and all of that, the numbers do not add up to somebody being profitable.
Okay, maybe you can fill me in here. What are the benefits? Do most people get a lot out of this if they're not one of the top sellers, or is it just a struggle the whole way through, hoping that you can become one of the top sellers and get something out of it?
Great question. And in my opinion, it's a struggle the whole time unless you're a top seller. And the people at the top are those that get in early when the company launches. They are people that have a large following, that have built their audience, built their followers over a period of time. And then all of a sudden somebody pitches them an MLM and they are now baiting and switching their audience. I've seen that happen a ton.
And with Seven Figure Accelerator, you can see them right here on the testimonials page, starting with Berta Raves, who has a network marketing background. That's network marketing, same word as MLM. And then you see others here that are back as far as Ministry of Freedom, MCS, Legendary Marketer, Super Affiliate System. And they just parachuted in and started making sales because they already had people that were following them that they could sell to. Now they're going to start talking about the BITE model. And what that is a model that they use to identify cults, because they look and see, is the organization controlling its members' behaviors, information, thought, and emotion? And this is used usually by means of coercion and manipulation and various other methods. And this is how cults, and then by extension MLMs and other coercive control groups, such as those that are led by Philip Johansen.
So she's recruited a lot of people. And this is a perfect example of information control. She is going through my comments on the video. She is screenshotting people that she has recruited that have commented on my video, giving information or whatever, and she's messaging them like, really? Wow. And then blocking them because she doesn't like what they're saying.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's like also another behavioral control thing.
Absolutely.
She's trying to control their behavior.
Yeah.
And I have seen the exact same thing happen on my channel, where someone has commented on it and then they've been taken to task by one of the top affiliates for daring to comment in my comments and to say anything negative about Seven Figure Accelerator. One guy was even manipulated into saying no to a refund. He said, no, I won't take that. And then because he was promised a sale, and then the sale never transpired. So then he ended up going back and getting a charge back anyway, so that was good. And this poor guy, he dared to leave a negative review on Trustpilot. Oh my God. So look who we've got, a top affiliate coming back on him saying, I'm really disappointed to see that you would say such negative things about this when you never reached out for help, asked questions, or showed up on live calls. By the way, which he did. He was on live calls. He was in the group. He was participating. It's really unfortunate that the small bit of effort that goes into building success for yourself made you feel the need to call something a scam when that clearly is fault. Victim mentality. I hope you find success elsewhere. Really, Colby? Really? What a... yeah. So, yeah, the people within the seven-figure accelerator are just as toxic as the people that she's talking about in the MLMs. And they use just as much of coercive control over their members as any cult out there.
And then it goes even deeper into thought control. So what are some ways that you think they're controlling thoughts?
I think with thought control, it is knowing facts about that person. And you gave a perfect example of this, I feel like, when you were saying, well, you want to be successful for your kids, right? You want to bring your spouse home, right? You want to leave that full-time job, right? And they're reprogramming how you're thinking about this. And that is where I have seen a lot of victim blaming and shaming, is them trying to shame, blame, that type of thing, those people into working. And I think that there's a lot of crisscrossing in between all of the, in the BITE model. I think that behavior, information, there's so many different areas that it crosses. But I think for sure the manipulation, when somebody is questioning whether they want to be a part of it anymore, when somebody is questioning, am I really making money at this? Is this really worth my time? I'm skipping out on dinner with my family to get on the Zoom. And those types of thoughts, I think, is for sure what happens in MLM companies.
Yeah, I could see that, which also leads into the emotional control.
Yes.
When you don't do the things that they want you to do and they start blaming you, like you said, victim blaming, making you feel guilty for not jumping on the Zoom call when you're like, I just want to spend time with my family. But I think you've mentioned it in your videos. It's just slowly, a little at a time, where initially it's no, these are business hours, these are family hours. And then it's, well, it's just one dinner. Well, it's just one game I'm missing, or whatever it is that you should be there with your family for.
Yeah.
And slowly you're baked into this company and you didn't even realize that you have no personal time anymore, no family time, no identity, no sovereignty as an individual. They're claiming to you that you have your own business, yet, like you said, you have no control over the products, you have no control over the way that you market it, and you're just a cog in this machine.
Yeah, 100%.
And every little bit of that holds true with seven-figure accelerator. No, it's not an MLM, but my God, it's not just taking 50 minutes a day. It's taking tons of time. People are having problems with having no family time anymore, especially if they're working a job and have kids and stuff like that. As they've said, you have no control over the pricing of the product. You have no control over the way you're selling it. You're given the ways you're selling it, which is by the short videos on Instagram and TikTok. So are you really your own self, your own business owner? No, not really. So to wrap it all up tonight, I'm going to give you a really good example of thought control. Oh my God, of the toxically positive mental attitude these people have to keep themselves up with, even when brought face to face with the harsh realities of their situation. So here's one guy. He says to the group, how would you answer this? Because I'm really short of good reasons anymore, LOL. You've been at this 9 months and you've made only one sale. I followed you for months and you post like crazy. You put in all this work and promote this course, but it's not converting for you. So why would I join? I understand it might work for you one day, but if you yourself can't make money after 9 months of doing this, how can you be telling me I will make my money back within just 2 sales? You haven't even made your money back yet, and it's been almost a year. I've already explained that this is not a get-rich-quick thing, but I mean, he's not wrong. I would not buy from me. I bought because the person I followed was making money every month. Wow. Excellent point. I mean, what is his angle? What is he supposed to be telling people like this? And that's what he's asking the group. He's not complaining. He's just asking the group, how do I respond to this person? First answer, I wouldn't keep wasting my time with this person. Really? You should be. Those are your possible customers that are looking at you. If there's a problem, then you got to be able to fix it. No wonder these people aren't making sales. Next one. Oh no, this is the author's response. One sale in 9 months is not exactly a selling point. What is my angle here? Most people are thinking the exact same way. Guy replies back, they do, but the thing you don't see here is you're wasting your time on this person. Otherwise, you never asked what to do next or how to respond. You're still trying to convert them, which ends up desperate. They can sense that. This lead will not buy from you anytime soon unless they see you explode overnight on your success. So move on and stop worrying about this one lead. Buddy, he's not worrying about the one lead. He's worrying about the public perception, everybody else stating. Like, man, these people are here selling people a business opportunity and a way to quit their jobs, and this is as intelligent as they are? Seriously? And talk about cult-like thinking. Another person saying, feel this one, following, and also hang in there, you got a sale. Okay. Another person, I wouldn't tell them you haven't made any money in that time. I would just say, I know it works because I have profited from the course. Oh my God. Toxic positivity. And hit a rebuttal if you can, or not waste your time. A rebuttal, they've been given a whole list of rebuttals. And not waste your time. Again, missing the point. Oh, here's the author. I don't tell anyone. They see our wins and our posts. See, that's just it. They're supposed to be putting their stories up, and if he's doing it, and every time they get a lead, a follow, this or that, they put it up. If he got a sale, oh my God. If I made money, they would know because I would be posting that everywhere. They're not that misguided. No, they can see what's happening. They're not stupid, unlike the people that are answering him from this program. Jeez. Wrong person to focus your energy on. Oh my God. Author. Not my point, dude. Guy comes back. You ask for an answer or solution. You're wasting your energy on one lead. You can't convince them until they see you in your garage with your Lambo. LOL. No, that's a Ty Lopez reference. Remember? Here I am in my garage. Yeah. Author. One sale in 9 months is not exactly a selling point. What is my angle here? It's like he's in the room with a bunch of mental midgets. Another person, they can't possibly believe you'd post every single sale. Just because you don't post your winnings every day does not mean that you're not winning, and should make sure your audience knows that so they don't have to question you. Yeah, but they are supposed to be posting their winnings every day. Every little win. Oh, I got a view, I got a follow, I got a lead. Every last little thing, they're supposed to be posting that every day. I think posting here and there that you made money is great, but don't focus your content based off that until you bring in the consistent money you're looking for. Here and there that they made money? Lady, he's only made money the one time. Good grief. Next person. For you, is the issue that you are not getting leads into your funnel DM? It looks like you have over 2K followers. Or for you, is it closing people once they're in the DMs? It's a good question. Next. Oh, this next person. This is a mindset thing. Oh my God, here it comes. Law of attraction, mindset. Oh, it's a scarcity mindset, thinking it will never work for you, or this person not thinking it won't work for them. Then they won't get the results as well. You cannot body drag someone. They have to want it for themselves, regardless of anyone else's results. They also can't compare someone's step 1 to someone else's step 20. Idiot. This is a person trying to sell a program. If that person is not getting results, I don't care what your friggin' mindset is. It's not bringing in results. The proof is there. It is not a mindset thing. Oh my God. Also, how did they know you've only made one sale? And one sale is amazing. There's more where that came from. Oh, yeah. Yuck. Author, I don't think it will never work for me. You got that wrong. I'm okay. I'm saying that most people will look at me and my posts and think the same thing. So what is my angle? What am I selling? Maybe 3 months from now I can say I made 10K this year. But right now, when my followers follow my story, they see a person who is doing all this and not making any sales. So what do I say? Do I show them other people's sales? Like, hello? Oh. She comes back. My point is, how are you sharing that you haven't made anything? In your stories, you can show others winning. Also share the leads. No, you're not supposed to do that because that will then send people to that other person's page. If he shows other people's wins, they'll just look those other people up. You're not supposed to do that. Philip says they're not supposed to. Jeez. Also share the leads you get. You can make reels, etc. without any income plans or talk of the money made. Missing the point completely. Another person, this is a tough one for sure. If you really want to consider replying, think about the value the course has provided you and go from there. You're here because you believe this works too, right? Also, if you haven't tried, check out the Mindset Calls with Surgeon. Yeah, it's all in his mind. That's why it's not working. He doesn't have the right positive mindset to attract all that wealth. Mindset, that just, Another person, you have to bring in the potential of this business right now you're building. You're building the ground level of this one niche. You now have the skills to go branch out into several niches and really get multiple income streams coming in with the same skills you learned in this one course. Excuse me, if he can't make any sales using this method, why would he try it in other niches? This is supposed to be the niche with the most potential, and this program is supposed to be the one that's the easiest and the best and the blah, 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 the best to sell. I know this is not eloquently stated, but I think you get my draft. Yeah, you're an idiot. Another person, I see your dilemma, but there are a lot of success stories, and I mean a lot. The only way you can truly lose is if you quit. Oh, excuse me. These top producers had some prior experience. Yeah, failing through online businesses. Berta and Jordy and many others will tell you that they tried other online stuff for years. Yeah, they did, and they made money with it too. And then when they got here, they brought all their little followers with them. And those are the ones that made a pile of money right away too off of their previous followers. And they're the ones that these people are all trying to emulate. So it may look like fast successes, but they put in a lot of blood, sweat, and tears they didn't get paid for. Yeah, they have been, and they're just making more now. I made 4.3K my first month. 2 were people I knew. Well, there you go. And 1 I never found out who it was. I've been at it just over a year. I've had 0 months and a sale here and there, and then in October I made $820 Canadian. I'm Canadian, no kidding. So do not quit. Just keep showing up and getting better. I know it can get discouraging. Go back and review the modules as there is so much to know. Could be you're missing something. And keep telling your person, keep watching. It's going to happen for me too, because I'm not going to quit. You can wait till I win, or you can start now and maybe you'll bypass me. You know what? No idiot would ever invest their money into a business with those kinds of fairy promises of what may happen and what has happened to others that only creates a survivorship bias. I mean, oh, sure, that one person made some money. Again, it's back to my example of the person playing the slots in the casino. Just because buddy beside you made it rich doesn't mean you're going to, no matter how many coins you feed into that damn machine. Yet this toxic positivity, these people, you know what they remind me of is the small fry, the little teeny fish in the ocean that just exist to feed the bigger fish, and yet they don't even know it, and yet they keep telling themselves these lies in order to keep themselves trying and trying and trying. Well, unfortunately, they've already taken the bait and they paid their money and now they're screwed. So that's it for me tonight. Tomorrow night, I've got tomorrow night's almost finished by now. I've been working on both of them, and that's why it's been taking me so long. So tomorrow nights, I'm going to be doing more of the MLM segue and showing you some serious chinks in the system. There's some serious problems here, and I can see, again, why it is so dominated with women, but also how they're going about it. And I hadn't even thought of this yet. So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night, and you have a good day, a good evening, whenever I may have caught you. Darlene out.